Hi everyone, it is Wednesday, November 11th, 2015, and this is episode 44 of Serenova Crafts. I'm your host, Jessica, and hi from sunny Florida, where it's 75 degrees and sunny. That's 25 Celsius for those of you that don't use the Fahrenheit scale, which is most of the world. I'm sitting in my aunt's spare bedroom today, because I'm staying at her house while I'm in Florida. It's funny though, this is not actually a vacation for me, because I have my work computer right here, and, yeah, I have to work. So, it's not actually that much of a vacation. You're going to have to excuse me if I sound a little off. I woke up with a cold this morning. Yeah, I know, I go to Florida where it's nice and warm and sunny, and I wake up with a cold. Just my luck. So, I've set up myself at the desk in the spare bedroom here, so I have my computer, I have the, external monitor that my aunt stores in the closet right here, and then I have my work laptop, and I got a TV, and the bed, and I got a whole setup here in this room, because my aunt couldn't take vacation when I was down, and I can't take vacation while I'm down here, so, yeah, we're both working, so she's downstairs working, and I'm up here recording my podcast and also working. So, I was hoping to have a finished object for you folks, but I don't. And I forgot to say where you can find me. You can find me as Serenova on Ravelry and Twitter, and as Serenova_Phoenix on Instagram. You can find the show notes for today's episode on my blog or in the Ravelry thread for today's episode. Also, there is not going to be a VKM this week. My family down here wants to get together and do dinner on Thursday, and so that's going to take precedence over the VKM. So there is no VKM tomorrow night, just putting that out there. And there probably won't be one next week either, because I'm flying next Thursday, and that, pulling up my show notes here, and I'm not sure when I'll get back home to be able to host. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose again. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm totally, out of it because I've taken cold medicine, then I took my ADD meds, and then I ate. Now I'm trying to record this, so, my brain is all over the place. Let me finish up my intro stuff. I have 3 new subscribers on YouTube and a half dozen new members of the Ravelry group, so I'd like to say welcome to all of you. The YouTube people are Cheeky Monkey 1, Cheeky Monkey 1 is Tanya, aka the host of Knitting Spring, which is a new podcast. She's only got 4 or 5 episodes up now. I really enjoy her. I've actually started watching her. I started watching her on episode 3, so she's only got a couple episodes out, but I really like her. You should go check her out. I'll link her in the show notes. And then I have Victoria et Shadar, if that's how you say it. And then Katrina Webb was a new subscriber yesterday. Thank you very much. And then the new people in the Ravelry group are Bunny Fufu, who is Judy from New Hampshire. Hi, Judy. I know Judy from my spinning group. And then Starlaws, who is Sarah from Massachusetts. And Sarah hosts her own podcast called Pearls of Color. I've been following her for a while now. And then there is Lollipop1956 from New York. Nitty Turtle 3, who is, you put your name in your intro in the Ravelry group, but not in your profile. And Nitty Turtle 3 is Trish from Ontario in Canada. And then, lastly, we have Victoria Blue, who is Victoria from California, who joined the Ravelry group. So thank you everyone for joining the Ravelry group or subscribing on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. So now to what I was saying earlier before I did blow my nose, and just talking is stuffing me up. So this will be interesting. I was hoping to have a finished pair of socks for you. All my stuff is on the floor right here. But unfortunately I don't. However, I do have 1.5 socks to show you. So this is the pair I'm knitting for the owner of my local shop. So last time you saw these, I had not yet finished the first sock. So this is, I just finished turning the heel on the second sock, right? And I brought my sock blockers with me because this is a thing. Here is the first sock. So these are actually matching pretty well. Not exactly, but close. Yeah, they're not matching exactly, but they're close. So, you know, I'm happy. Yeah, they're not a perfect match, but they're close enough that, you know, I'm not complaining. And then I also worked on the sweater that I'm working on. And this bag is new, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute because I went to Neff this past weekend. But this sweater is, I have knit from the marker here to here since you saw it last week. And that means that I, A, joined in a new ball of yarn, and B, started the back decreases. So it's actually getting to be a decent length. It would be a crop sweater right now, like a crop top, because it actually reaches down below my chest now. So, you know, it would be a crop top, but it would be a wearable sweater. That's about all I've worked on. I haven't really put any work in on anything else. I was very, very busy getting ready to come down. I went to Neff. I had family stuff this past weekend. There was just a lot of things that joined together to make it so that I didn't have a whole lot of free time to knit. And, excuse me again, I need to blow my nose. I'm going to go through the whole box of tissues in here by the end of the day, I swear. Anyways, what was I talking about? So this past weekend I went to New England Fiber Fest, or Fiber Festival of New England, whichever way you want to say it. It is in Springfield, Mass, held at the Big E Fairgrounds, and Big E is the nickname of Eastern States Exposition. It's in Springfield, Mass. They are actually a big, like, traditional style fair that happens every fall. They usually happen in September, and then Neff happens afterwards in November, the first weekend of November. So, I went there, and the one thing I got that I can show you in person, and the rest I have to put pictures in, is this bag, which I put my sweater in. And here it is. You can see that that is the original Enterprise in schematic format. And then on the other side, it has the Enterprise D. And this is the image that caught me when I saw the bag in the booth, was the Enterprise D, because huge Star Trek nerd. I mean, the original Enterprise is great, but I bought it for that. Oh. So this is a Stitched by Jessa Lou bag, and the inside has planets. Look at that. No, you can't really see it. Look at that. It's got planets. It's space. I'm a nerd, and I know it. I sound so funny to myself because I'm all stuffed up. Please excuse the sounding funny. I normally sound much better than this, and my voice is normally a lot stronger, too. I might have to fiddle with the audio levels to make it so that you can hear me better. So the other two things I got was 2 things of yarn. The first is one 500 yard skein of a really nice purpley blue color. And that is going to become a shawl at some point after I get home, because I didn't bring it with me to Florida. And then the second thing I got was a pair of matched skeins from, I cannot remember her name off the top of my head, I'm sorry. I took pictures of the labels and everything, so I have the pictures on my phone, so I can put them in the podcast so that you guys can see them. But that means that I can look it up and be like, hey, how do I do this thing again? Right. Oh, right, okay, so the matched skeins are from June Price Fiber Arts. And there's 2 dyers, Cheryl Merritt and Jennifer Barbar. One of them is in Rhode Island, one of them is in Pennsylvania. And they do have an Etsy, junepricefiberarts.etsy.com. And it's 2 matching skeins for gradient socks. aren't those pretty? Like, oh my goodness. Like, I think they're super pretty, and I wanted them, so I got them. So, it's a miracle that I only came out with 2 things of yarn in a bag, but honestly, I didn't have much of a budget, and the Stitch by Just a Lou bag was pretty expensive. It's totally worth it, but expensive. The hilarious part is that I have stuff I ordered last week that is going to be showing up at home with Kevin while I am down here. Because I'm going to be filming next week's episode while I'm down here as well. That'll be my last full day in Florida next week when I record. I ordered 2 things of yarn from Night Owl Fibers, who is Rachel from Texas. I know her from, she's mentioned on Two Tangles Game, but I know her more personally from doing the VKNs, the video chats and everything. And then I ordered some undyed Shetland from Fiber Nymph Dyeworks, who she is the 90% Knitting podcast, and she is holding a natural spin-along, which is all naturally colored fiber. Now, I'm not participating in the spin-along because the spin-along starts this weekend on my birthday, which is Sunday, by the way. I turned 28. I don't mind saying my age on camera. I turned 28 on Sunday. But I didn't bring my spindle to Florida, nor did I bring a spindle, so I cannot spin along down here. But I did order some naturally colored fiber from her. 10 ounces of Shetland in 5 different colors, so it's 2 ounces for each color. And so that'll arrive while I'm away. My Night Owl Fiber order will arrive while I'm away. However, I can put in the pictures of the fiber here. Not fiber, yarn. That's yarn. I bought yarn from Rachel from Night Owl. The first one was Pumpkin Patch, and the second one was My Favorite Thing. So those are her pictures from, like, her listing. I kind of borrowed them to show you guys. Sorry, Rachel. But she's a great dyer, great colors. Excuse me. I flew down yesterday, like I said at the beginning. I woke up with a cold this morning. I'm all stuffed up. I cannot breathe through my nose at all. I've taken some emergency. I've taken some of my vitamins. I've eaten breakfast. But considering all I need to do is sit here and click a mouse the rest of the day after I'm done recording this, I'm not too worried about it. The big issue is that we're supposed to go out to dinner with family tomorrow, and my great aunt is a little physically fragile. Mentally, she's still there. Aunt Lita is sharp as a tack. But physically, she's using a walker, and her immune system isn't what it used to be, so I don't want to get her sick. So we might postpone until next week, depending. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. We're going to play it by ear. Hopefully I can kick this thing today and go from there. So anyways, today's a super short episode for you folks. I keep trying not to yawn because I'm utterly exhausted. I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night. Excuse me, I finally fell asleep probably closer to 9, but still, that's early for me considering I normally go to bed after 10. And, I just, but, yeah, hopefully I feel better tomorrow. Really, that's all I can hope for is hopefully I feel better. Hopefully, next week when I record, I'll have finished those socks. I'll have started the stripes on the sweater, fingers crossed. And I'm just hoping to get a fair amount of knitting done while I'm down here, because I won't have a lot of the distractions I have at home. Even though I'm working, I won't have the same distractions. So, yeah. I would have left the door open so that the dogs could come in because my aunt has 3 greyhounds. But I didn't want the noise bleed because my uncle, you can hear the TV. I'm upstairs on the 2nd floor of their house. And the living room is right, like, down there, and the stairs are right outside the door, like, right there, right outside the door. And so the sound comes right up the stairs and into this room if I don't have the door shut. So I didn't want the noise bleed in the background. Especially because I don't wear earphones or a mic when I record these. I rely on the mic on my webcam to to pick up on my voice, and it doesn't help that my voice is very quiet today because I'm not feeling good. I'll probably up the audio level when I go in and edit, because I need to edit out my blowing my nose a few times. Because, yeah, that was kind of loud. So, I will link all my whips and Knitting Spring and Pearls of Color, which are the two podcasts I mentioned. I'll link them in the show notes. Thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed. I did a Periscope last week, but I'm not going to get one done this week or next week because I'm not home. I don't have any of my stuff. It's just not going to happen. But I do have a Periscope. Thank you for all the likes, subscribes, comments. Feel free to, comment on the episode thread in the Ravelry group, or, or in YouTube, or on the blog, or any of that stuff. You can tell I'm out of it because, I'm struggling to remember the stuff I say every week. I'm really out of it. I'm sorry. And so, I think that's it. Actually, I'm going to call it here at about 16, 17 minutes. Like I said, this is a super short one. I'm going to put in a few pictures before the credits of NAF. I didn't take many, though. I had a severe case of amnesia, especially because I was only there for about 2.5 hours, and then I had to go to New York for my cousin's daughter's birthday party. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's about it. Feel free to message me on Ravelry or anywhere else. There's an email on the blog you can email me at. That's totally cool. It's in the credits as well. So, feel free to contact me, whatever. I'm happy to respond. Even though I'm not feeling good, I'll still be online. So, you'll see me, and you'll see my pictures out and about. So, yeah, I think that's it. So I hope everyone has a good week, and I hope you stay warm wherever you are, though not too warm. And I will talk to y'all next week. So, thanks for watching. Bye!